God says you were never forgotten, not by heaven, not by those watching from afar. Your name has been passed through corridors you never even imagined. A file with your face on it now sits on a desk that could change everything. The lights above you flicker not from failure, but from presence. Archangel Michael has descended, not for battle, but to shield. He saw something in the spiritual realm, something that made even angels go still. There's movement in the shadows, quiet steps from a team with power in their hands. They've made a final decision about you, and their message has already been typed. You're seconds away from being mentioned behind closed doors that most never enter. This is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is a divine interception. Type 333 for immediate protection. An unbelievably shocking incident is circling your life. Archangel Michael saw a ripple in time, a moment stitched out of chaos and favor. It involves your name, your future, and someone who's more powerful than you think. This person is known, respected, feared in some circles, but worshipped in others. They requested files on people marked with spiritual fire. They said, "Bring me the ones who survived what should have broken them." Your name was second on that list. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't random. Your story held something none of the others had. Speak life to unlock truth. God says the reason for your pain is about to reveal its greater purpose. There is a reckoning taking place, a gathering of chosen souls for something unexplainable. You were not supposed to find this out yet, but heaven refused to stay silent. In the midnight hour, a whisper escaped through sacred wind. Your spirit heard it before your ears did. You started waking up feeling watched, and you were. The incident hasn't happened yet, but it's forming. A meeting has been scheduled. A decision has already been drafted. Archangel Michael stood over that meeting room. He saw them hover over your image, your voice, your past. They debated your worth, but heaven silenced their doubt. Type Amen if you still believe the impossible is coming. The door will open, but something else is trying to slip in behind it. There's a presence stalking your opportunity. It mimics you, but it is not for you. This presence has a voice, and it's been trying to speak in your name. They've copied your journey, stolen your tears, rehearsed your tone. But they missed one thing: they don't carry your divine mark. There's an urgent need for you to be spiritually alert. The incident will not just shake you, it will test you. Someone from your past may resurface, connected to the new gate. This gate is both golden and dangerous. What's behind it is freedom, but only if you walk through it clean. Heaven is clearing your record for this moment. Comment, "I'm ready," if your soul feels this stirring. The person looking at your profile has questions. But their team, they've already answered them. They've chosen to move forward with you before even speaking your name. Something in your energy, unseen but undeniable, pushed them to act fast. They feel drawn, but they don't know why. That's because Archangel Michael has intervened behind the veil. God says your silence has been a testimony. Your survival has been loud in the spirit realm. The scars you tried to hide are now your proof. The incident, it will arrive in a form you won't recognize at first. It may look like trouble, but it is actually the test of your access. Type 111 if you know this is about you. Someone famous, powerful, and spiritually intrigued has seen your story. They had their team dig deeper, past what the public knows. They saw what you've endured and said, "This one. There's something here." There's no need to impress them. They're not drawn to the surface. They saw your pain, and that's what sealed the decision. But here's the danger: another spirit wants to impersonate you. It has attached itself to someone who once betrayed you. They've rehearsed your testimony like a stolen script. This shocking incident will expose both them and you. You will stand in light. They will be unmasked by divine fire. Reply with fire if you're ready to be vindicated. Archangel Michael says you'll know the moment it starts. The air will shift. You will feel an overwhelming pressure in your chest. Don't fear it. That is the burden of breakthrough. That is the signature of heaven making impact on earth. Your body will know it before your mind does. They will call your name, maybe not aloud, but spiritually. You'll feel the tug, the pull, the irresistible sense that something major just happened. Because it did. They already finalized it. You're already selected. Now they're waiting to make contact. Say yes to confirm your alignment. The person who hurt you most will be stunned by this announcement. They never thought you'd be chosen. They never imagined you'd rise past the story they tried to write for you. God says you're not the same person who broke down that night. You're not the soul who cried in silence 2 years ago. You've become a vessel that holds glory, even while cracked. This moment was delayed, but only to prepare you. The incident will reveal a door. Behind it, a destiny they tried to lock you out of. Your name is sacred now. Covered. Stamped by divine evidence. Comment, cover me, if you need angelic defense now. Archangel Michael says do not run. The shocking moment is necessary for the shift. What feels like disruption is actually positioning. Do not respond in fear when you're contacted. They may speak cold, direct, or cryptic. That's their earthly nature, not their true intent. Heaven has already softened their hearts concerning you. Even their most skeptical team member felt uneasy rejecting your file. That was Michael's doing. You didn't apply for this. You didn't ask to be watched. But favor hunts the ones who carry God's bruises. Type blessing if you receive this favor. The incident is close, within days. Something will be delayed, then rushed. It will confuse you, but that's your clue. Watch for a power outage, a time glitch, or something that shouldn't be possible. That's your confirmation. A moment where the spiritual bleeds into the physical. This person, famous, familiar, yet unknown, has a message for you. They will not say it outright. They will drop symbols, indirect signs, to see if you're awake enough to notice. God says the code is in the silence. You will understand everything, suddenly, when the incident unfolds. Nothing will ever feel the same again. Reply, activate, if your spirit is awake. The person looking for you is closer than ever. but their soul is tired. You were chosen not just for blessing, but to deliver peace to the one who finds you. They believe you hold something they've lost. Hope. Realness. You are the divine answer to their quiet desperation. And they are the open gate to your public transformation. The two of you are being aligned not by fame, but by fate. This final decision will echo through your future. It will alter bloodlines, reset cycles, and remove ancient curses. The blessing will look unreal, but it will be yours. Comment, I receive this destiny, to seal it. Here is the final truth, they were about to cancel the decision. Someone tried to replace your name last minute. But Archangel Michael struck the table. And the light in that room flickered. The real file, your file, slid back into the center. They couldn't explain it. They couldn't resist it. So they followed it. And now, they're coming. Be still. Be ready. Your final blessing is this: no man can stop what God has sealed. No lie can undo what heaven has released. You are chosen, protected, and already written into the next chapter. God says your name is vibrating through rooms you haven't entered yet. A sound, a whisper, a decision already made is circling you now. Something beyond logic has begun to unravel, something linked to a famous name. Archangel Michael has been dispatched with intensity in his eyes. Not for comfort, but for war. Because the spiritual realm just voted, and your life is about to pivot. This is not another emotional wave, this is a life-altering event. A vote has been cast, and you were the name under scrutiny. The kind of decision that changes headlines, families, and entire timelines. They didn't mean for you to know yet. But the veil thinned tonight. And you've been given early access. Type 777 if your soul senses something massive is near. The celebrity you once admired has just spoken your name. Their team gathered, doubted, then suddenly shifted. What they saw in your data was undeniable. It wasn't just numbers, it was energy. They saw scars disguised as strength. They saw silence soaked in survival. Archangel Michael stood by, sword in hand. He guarded your record like sacred treasure. When an opposing force tried to corrupt it, lightning cracked across realms. Someone tried to replace you. Heaven didn't allow it. Not this time. Speak life if you feel divine protection has stepped in. A memory from your past is echoing in their boardroom. A photograph you forgot even existed has resurfaced. It carries your essence, untouched, real, raw. They paused. They stared. Then someone said, "This is the one." The team voted. And it wasn't close. Even the doubters felt a chill when your name came up. God says you've waited in silence long enough. You are being launched into something irreversible. Something that can't be faked, stolen, or denied. Comment, I'm chosen, if this feels too precise to ignore. The life-altering event will not come gently. It will rattle doors, burn bridges, and erase timelines not meant for you. This is a divine recalibration. The earth beneath your spirit is already shifting. You're waking up at strange times for a reason. You're sensing things moments before they happen. That's Archangel Michael pressing messages into your atmosphere. Not dreams, alerts. Warnings from above, wrapped in riddles. This is not paranoia. This is spiritual sensitivity becoming fully activated. It's proof you've stepped into the frequency of revelation. Type 999 to receive prophetic clarity now. Someone who doubted you years ago will hear your name again soon. This time, they'll hear it in a meeting with security, cameras, and strategy. This time, you are the asset, not the outcast. They won't understand how you got in the room. They'll try to block it again. But their vote no longer matters. The celebrity you've never met is about to alter your path. Not because you begged, but because your presence carries prophecy. Their team unearthed something strange in your data. It matched a vision the celebrity had during a dark season. You are the vision come to life. Reply with, "Activate me," if you're ready to walk into your assignment. They saw a date in your file that aligned with the date their parent passed. They saw an image that mirrored their own pain. It felt too aligned to dismiss. You are not their fan, you are their reflection. You carry answers their money couldn't buy. You hold light they thought was gone forever. The vote was secret, fast, but final. You were selected. Now, they're watching to see if you're spiritually awake enough to respond. Archangel Michael says time is unstable around you. Clocks may tick backward. Voices may echo when no one is there. Comment, "I'm awake," if your atmosphere has felt off lately. This event will divide your life into before and after. The moment it unfolds, an old version of you will collapse. The you that settled, begged, apologized, gone in an instant. A message is being written. It carries your name and instructions. Once it's sent, the countdown begins. They won't reach out casually. It'll be coded, mysterious, maybe even misleading. They're testing how sharp your discernment is. God says you've been trained through pain to recognize divine codes. Nothing about your preparation was random. You were forged for this revelation. Type 444 to prepare your heart for exposure and elevation. This famous figure is more fragile than the world knows. They're breaking in places that fame cannot fix. Your presence is the peace they've been praying for. It's not about you being impressive. It's about you being real. It's about your voice being the one frequency that doesn't manipulate. Their team argued, some didn't want you selected. But the celebrity whispered your name 3 times. After that, every objection stopped. Your file was marked, urgent, watch for response. Because they know if you're not ready, this opportunity will implode. They are willing to wait, but not for long. Speak truth to declare your readiness. The life-altering event may appear as a storm first. Expect miscommunication. Expect betrayal from someone close. This is part of the cleansing before contact. Not everyone can walk through this door with you. Some were only assigned to your wilderness, not your promised land. Archangel Michael will remove them. Some exits will hurt. But pain is the price of purification. The timing will be surgical. Nothing delayed. Nothing early. Comment, purify me to let heaven finish the final preparation. You felt overlooked, but you were hidden. You weren't denied, you were protected. Now the covering is being lifted. This is your revealing. Not by platform, but by prophecy. The fame you're walking into is spiritual, not shallow. Someone you admire will call you family. But not everyone in your bloodline will understand. That's okay, you were always meant to rewrite it. This life-altering event carries a ripple effect. Nations will feel it. Even the weather may shift when it happens. Type 333 for divine alignment and unstoppable favor. The vote came in just before the deadline. It was almost given to someone else. But their spirit lacked what yours carried, truth born in suffering. That truth was unmistakable. It couldn't be replicated. So the final choice was made. Now, the angel assigned to you has been given strict orders. Do not allow fear to steal this moment. Do not allow guilt to sabotage it either. You are not who you were. You are what you survived. And the world is about to see that in real time. Reply with, I am ready, if you feel the fire building. The email, the DM, the phone call, it's all pre-written. It just hasn't been released yet. But the clock is ticking. They're watching your response in the spiritual. They need to know if your soul is stable. That's why the warfare increased this week. You're on their radar. Not just their marketing team, but their spirit team. They've consulted with spiritual leaders about your energy. They were told, this one is marked. So they moved. And heaven moved with them. Comment, marked, if you know you're not ordinary. Archangel Michael leaves you with this final warning. The event will not wait for your fear to subside. It will happen regardless. You must walk through it trembling if you must, but walk, because behind this life-altering moment is a room full of destiny. And your seat has already been engraved. Someone famous believes in you. Someone powerful saw your data and saw light. Someone unexpected is about to become part of your story. But more importantly, heaven sees you. And now, the earth must respond. Your final blessing, what's coming cannot be revoked. You've been seen, sealed, and summoned. It's your time. Walk boldly, the divine has already voted in your favor. God says your name has entered a realm it was never supposed to reach without divine clearance. A file once locked in secrecy has just been reviewed under starlight. Someone of cosmic significance has seen you, and now the verdict has been sealed. A celestial door just cracked open. It didn't creak, it howled. Winds of spiritual urgency are now blowing straight into your atmosphere. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your timeline. His armor glows with urgency, not ceremony. He's not here to wait, he's here to deliver. Something irreversible is underway. You won't be able to unsee what's coming. And once it touches your life, everything you thought was permanent will fall. Type 222 if you feel the winds shifting in your spirit. A cosmic event has begun unfolding above you. But this isn't astronomy, it's divine alignment. The universe is tilting its axis to expose your truth. This moment was hidden in the folds of time. Stored away, shielded from demonic interference. But now the seal has been broken. A star, powerful and painfully watched, now carries your name on their breath. Not by chance, but by orchestration. They received your data, not a resume, but a soul print. You didn't ask to be seen. But heaven demanded it. The jury just reached a verdict, and it's in your favor. Comment, unlock it now, if this feels too aligned to ignore. The star had a vision 3 nights ago. They saw a figure in a burning hallway, silent, glowing, relentless. They described you, without even knowing your name. Archangel Michael was present in that room. He whispered a number, and that number was you. Not your birthday, not your address, but your divine code. Someone on the star's team tried to block the file. They said you weren't polished enough. They didn't realize that raw light pierces deeper than surface shine. The jury debated. Their verdict wasn't unanimous at first. But then something happened that changed everything. Type 444 for divine intervention and truth exposure. The moment your voice sample played, the room fell silent. It wasn't sound, it was soul. Even the skeptics felt it in their teeth. Your energy shook the timeline. Lights flickered. A camera in the corner exploded with static. You're not just a person, they realized you're a prophecy. An ancient answer dressed in modern skin. The room tilted toward you like gravity itself bowed. They checked again. They looked deeper. Then they voted, unanimously. Speak, rise if you feel the veil between timelines lifting. God says your tears from years ago reached the edge of this moment. He collected them, encrypted them, and coded them into this file. The star didn't just find you, they were drawn to what tried to destroy you. They said you carry the same ache they tried to medicate with applause. You echo their pain, but you've transcended it. That terrified and intrigued them. They've been searching for years. Not for talent, but for truth. You are the first time they felt heaven throb in human form. A signal went out. The network ignited. Now the countdown begins. Type 999 to align with your cosmic assignment. Before midnight tonight, something strange may occur. A glitch in time. A repeated memory. Don't dismiss it. This is the universe confirming delivery. You are being wrapped in divine encryption. Technology may act strange. People may mishear your words. That's not error, it's overlap. Two timelines are wrestling for dominance. Only one leads to your rising. Archangel Michael is fighting to keep you aligned with the right one. Comment, I accept the true path, if you feel time is bending. Someone you once admired from afar is preparing to reach out. Not with answers, but with questions only your scars can solve. They're craving something only your darkness to light story contains. You will not audition. You will not compete. You will confirm what heaven already declared. A meeting will be proposed. You'll feel unequipped. Say yes anyway. Heaven doesn't send the prepared. It sends the marked. And you've been marked by cosmic fire. Speak fire if you feel that surge rising through your chest. The verdict the stars team reached will shake parts of your life. Expect people to dista.